What's up, everybody? This is Urziel99, and I'm going to head to the station to continue the Sisters Epic arc. And they told us to go to this Creodron factory to speak to someone, so that's exactly what we're going to do. As you can see, I've cleaned out my salvage. I only have the extra crystal for the laser. Some nanite repair paste, just in case I have to overheat my modules. And my other two armor hardeners. Here we go, this is the Epic Arc Agent. So go ahead and talk to him. So, okay. Apparently I'm going to get some corrupted drone components, likely from the drones themselves. Now we'll see where I end up. Broken Duval Laboratories Recon Drones. Now this arbitrator, with the skills I have, it has a 51-kilometer drone control range, which is pretty sweet. Because it means I can send them to blow stuff up. See, 3,800 meters a second, these things move at quite the healthy clip. Salvage drones, on the other hand, only go 1,000 meters a second, which is really small for a light drone, but they're salvage drones, not combat drones. Okay. Hmm. See, not a whole lot to these missions. They're kind of a joke, really. Hmm. Okay, looks like we get to go deliver some supplies. Hi, I'm a Caldari Capsuleer in an Amar ship, coming to your new fledgling Gallente colony, with antibiotics. It's totally legit. Hmm. Oh well. Get this mission over with. Hmm. Gas storage silo. Okay, I know what not to shoot. It's too calm. I get the feeling this is a trap. Hmm. Well, that, as they say, is that. glorified courier. I'm immortal, and I've been involved in huge wars, fleet battles, and now I'm a courier. Oh well. Alright, I'll go ahead and cut it for this part of the video. Back a little bit. See you next time. Okay, hey, we're back. Time to get the next mission. Okay, it looks like we're going to be fighting the Serpentis operation. For those of you who don't know, because you don't ride a lot or live in Gallente space, the Serpentis is the rats for the Gallente area. Normally in my videos you see me fighting like Sanchas, because of where I live in the Amar Empire. The Serpentis use sensor dampening as their primary means of electronic warfare. They deal thermal and kinetic damage and are weak to the same. That's why I swapped out my EM hardener for a kinetic hardener. I kept the thermal hardener. Overall, they're probably the easiest rats to deal with. The Guristas are probably the most problematic, because they jam you. And, well, it's hard to kill something that's jammed you so you can't so you can't lock anything onto it. Okay. You can see the Corelli. That's one of the core Corelli, Corellum. Those are all Serpentis designators. Now these, my lasers won't do a whole lot of damage to these guys. At all. Because they're highly resistant to anything but thermal and kinetic. And radio crystals are almost all EM damage. So I'm not exactly gonna win any contests with that. Alright, see Corelli ore, that's a destroyer. I'm going to get it off the field first because it's the greatest threat to the drones. Ooh, a cruiser. Very nice. Looks like someone's sensor dampening one of the drones. That will not end well for him. Yeah, it's a bit this ship's armor tank, like all Gallente, so his shields went down really quick. Okay. Make sure it looks like he may have taken a little armor damage. Yeah, he did. We'll just pulse the repairer to repair his armor. His shields will regenerate while he's in the bay. Yeah, this is basically over. Like I said, these missions are very easy. Just gotta remember to loot all your wrecks. May not be worth a whole lot in the grand scheme of things, but it all adds up. Now, of course, these guys will drop hybrid ammo because they use hybrid ammo as their weapons, as opposed to the Sancha who were dropping frequency crystals. Ooh. See? A high value sensor dampener. That's why you check your loot. Always loot the field. That's why. To put it in perspective, this one sensor dampener is probably worth the straight income from probably 5 or 6 missions in this arc. Never leave any stone unturned when it comes to loot. Now, some of these modules have kind of odd names. This appears to be Yeah, this is a sensor backup. It's a low slot item. Increases sensor strength, specifically magnetometric sensor strength. It's basically a passive version of the ECCM. Prevents you from being jammed. This would be great if I was flying, say, like a Brutix or something, or the Vexor, the other cruiser drone carrier, and I was going up against Guristas. One of these puppies would be very handy. But only Gallente ships use magnetometric sensors. So the ore ships, the mining barges, the Orca, the Rorqual, they also use it. And I believe the Serpentis also use magnetometric sensors. No one else does, though. Alright. Got this area of space cleaned out. Time to head home. Yay, we're done. Okay. Okay. Apparently I get to find a data core, the Guardian Angels. Okay. Well, the Angels are Mimitar pirates. They deal explosive and kinetic damage and are vulnerable to the same. However, since I'm in a cruiser, I'm not going to change out my tank. I figure if they do get past my shields, I can just tank it with the rubber. Now, if this was a level 3 mission, or level 2, or level 3 mission, yeah, I'd be switching the tank. But I don't think I'm going to run into too many problems with this. And I'll get to show off my Warrior 2s. Yep. You can see Gisty. That's the designator for the Angels. Gist, Gisty, and their variants. We are going to approach. I've deployed Warrior 2s. Much faster, as you can see, 5,600 meters per second. Warrior 2s deal explosive damage, which the Angels are vulnerable to. Those guys should make short work of these Angels. Okay, looks like they're target painting me. That's one of their preferred forms of U-War. Target painting and stasis webbing, if I remember correctly. As you can see, they're starting to, the two destroyers are starting to get into me. But I'm not worried. Okay. Now that could pose a problem. But he's dying fast, so I guess not. As you can see, they're about half through the shields. Like I said, not a big deal. I'm an armor tanking ship, so not too concerned. I think we've got rid of our surprises. Go ahead and get the salvage drone started. There's the data core. So we're just going to sit here and let them run. See, he dropped titanium sabo. The Angels use projectiles just like their Minotaur counterparts. missiles, and an MR drone. Very unusual. Now we play the waiting game. Armor plates. We like armor plates. Armor plates are good. Well, that, as I say, is that. Get these drones in. And away we go. Okay. Now I get to go to Caldari space. So that'll end this video series for now. I'm Original 99, and I'll see you next time. And I'll see you next time. And I'll see you next time.